But I want everybody to give a warm welcome for Mr. Little Daddy to the stage, everybody. Damn, I meant to tell you to come through the green room. It brings out like
I thought I'd come to the blue room. Y'all thought it was Kirk Franklin, didn't y'all?
Give it up for Little Daddy, everybody. Oh shit.
I don't know if that was for me or not, but that was a good buzz. I'm gonna give y'all something to buzz a balloon about. Man, you know what? I was on my way to work this morning, and I got pulled over by the state trooper. I ain't bullshitting. And when he came up to my car, I stuck my hand out the window. You know how you go to make sure I ain't got no weapons in my hand. And when he get up, he said, "Oh man, you cool." He said, "I seen your pro license plate. I know it's you, Little Daddy. When is your next show?" Man, you pulled me over for some shit like this? That motherfucker definitely gave me a heart attack. But the killer part was, you know what killed him? I was watching the news this morning, and they say Sean Combs raped the girl. I just want to know one thing. Did he? That's some real shit. That's some real shit. I was looking at that big girl right there. She said she from Akron. Can you imagine me having sex with her? I probably look like a number 2 pistol on the crack of her ass. Now that'd be something to bust a balloon about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one. Yeah, but I was just saying, baby, I be able to write that shit on. I didn't even think about that. Look, I be able to write that shit on. I ain't gonna come up short twice. I'm Little Daddy. I'm the titty man. I love some big ass titties with a wet ass coochie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want coochie. Some men want coochie so bad they having surgery just to get one. What'd you say, baby?
Not everybody settle for anything.
Okay, but I'm not anything. I'm that thing.
That's your opinion.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't gonna come up short twice.
Not even one.
I'm 69 years old. Don't I got that sex appeal?
Not even 0, baby.
Man, shit, but that's how I do sex with appeal.
That's
The last week I took a Viagra, the damn thing got stuck in my throat. My damn neck was stiff for about 6 hours. Well, I must be the funny man. I heard 2 balloons bust up in this motherfucker. I ain't busting you, but them balloons busting. Hey, look, one thing about us together, you be biggie and I be smalls. We'll be a team together, baby. You know? So anyway, any of y'all got children in here? Let me tell y'all how kids can be so fucked up. The school called me because my son was acting up in school. So I went to my son's school, right? I went to my son's school. And when I got there, the teacher, they took me to his classroom. But when I walked in, I heard the teacher ask the student, "I want you to use the word fascinate in the sentence." So this one girl raised her hand and the teacher called on her. Teacher said, "Well, yeah, go ahead." She said, "Well, this summer, I went down south and I went to my grandfather's farm. We seen the sheep and it was fascinating." She said, "No, I want you to use the word fascinate." So she got to the next student that raised their hand, and it was another young lady. She said, "Well, I went to Vegas this year, and it was my first time ever being out of town, and I was fascinated." The teacher said, "No, I want you to use the word fascinate." So it was a little boy sitting in the back, raised his hand, and the teacher called on him. The teacher said, "Yeah, well, go ahead." He said, "Well, my Aunt Kelly got a sweater with 10 buttons on it, but her titties are so big she can only fascinate." So do y'all know that there's a nerve in the human body that connects the eyeballs to the anus? It's called an anal octave nerve, and it's responsible for giving a person a shitty outlook on life. If you think I'm bullshitting, pull a hair from your ass and see if it'll bring a tear to your eye. So anyway, it was a black guy walking across the beach. And as he was walking, he seen a shiny object in the sand. He reached down, he picks it up, it's a genie lamp. He rubbed the lamp and the genie comes out. The genie said, "I grant you 3 wishes." He said, "I already know what I want. I want to be white, uptight, and out of sight." The genie said, "Got you. Poof, you're a tampon." I just be trying to do some funny shit, you know, being my age. You know what? I'm glad to be 69 years old. Now, I'm a survivor, y'all. I'm a survivor of crack cocaine. From 1988 to 2017, I went from freebase smoking to crack smoking. Man, I was so high, birds used that for directions. I was so high one time, I called the police on myself, and the police arrested me. They took me to jail. The next morning, I had to go to court. The judge asked me, they said, how do you plead? I said, not guilty. He said, well, can you explain the 27 cigarette lighters? I said, Your Honor, I was afraid of the dark. So I've been sober 6 years, y'all. And they told me, they said, if you want to stay sober, you got to change your people, places, and things. And the first thing you want to do is get rid of your drug dealer's phone number. Man, I ain't talked to my daughter since. Now, that's not a joke. That's a fact. Because my own daughter used to serve me. But I said, fuck it, I couldn't duck it. So I couldn't quit having the hit. So I just kept on going. So I'm going to tell y'all how I became a comedian. I had this job working at a pickle factory. And I had this fantasy of sticking my finger in the pickle slicer. Yeah, it was just a fantasy. I worked there about 5 to 6 years, and every day I would go by looking, and I had the fantasy of sticking my finger in the pickle slicer. I even called home and told my wife about it. She said, why would you want to do something like that? What if something happened to her? What am I going to do? I said, honey, it's just a fantasy. So y'all, on my AV, I did it. Yeah, I stuck my finger in the pickle slicer. I went home and I told my wife, I said, honey, I finally did it. She said, did what? I said, I stuck my finger in the pickle slicer. She said, what happened? I said, I got fired. She said, no, with the pickle slicer. I said, shit, that bitch got fired too.
Everybody give it up for Lil Daddy one more time. So we like to do a thing here. We say what comedian